Alright, my people. Bolo of the anarchy. 2.0 and Bolo of the anarchy. Right? And Bolo TVP. As you can see on the screen there, Portland Spice TV and YouTube. Make sure say when you go over there and go subscribe in a Jesus name. When nobody around put the thing, let me show you the page. Alright? Yeah, man. I have to get my steady diet of this platform because I learn a lot from Ralston Hyman and Colin Bell. Alright? The speakers of truth. And we are all in this thing together. Right? In standing against misinformation and disinformation. The war against it is standing firmly against it, ladies and gentlemen. Now, speaking this and speaking that, a Labourite had called the program and spread some lies about the JLP, a former PMP as a matter of fact. I would say he was never a PMP, he was always a JLP. Because for you to tell a lie on the great Michael Norman, man, you're special. You have one special type of evil to tell a lie from PJ Patterson. You have a special type of evil to tell a lie from the PMP when you say you was a PMP. Then right, what you deal with? You have a special. But anyway, you know say Mr. Obrien roll out and then a gentleman, what do you say name? Excellence. Excellence Colin. And the man them drop some facts. I don't know if you don't watch it, ladies and gentlemen. But if you don't have not watched it, you see the shirt of Colin Bell there. I don't know if you do, I go and look at which video that and make sure so you don't watch the video. If you don't never watch it. Without any further ado, let's get into the clip, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
Hospital, which will be the best in the Caribbean, a state of the hospital.
Nephew, you have been tricked, you have been fooled and bamboozled. Never left you though because the thing echo. Obi?
Come on.
Let me tell you something.
You still hearing the echo, Colin?
No, it was Nebula line that was echoing.
Yeah, man.
Nebula has been bamboozled and conned. Hold on the people. Hold on the. Nebula has been bamboozled and conned. Let me just say something to the people of Jamaica. The latest Rio Hotel that was built in Trelawney, 750 luxury room. Yeah? And it was built at a cost of $40 billion in 3 years. Go ahead, caller.
Colin.
Good morning, sir.
Colin. Hold on the Obi. Go ahead, Excellence. Yeah.
Good morning, Shaka.
Yes.
I hope you're well. I greet you well, my brother.
Thank you.
And I hope I greet you well.
Respect, bro.
Let me tell you something, Shaka. This morning I realized something different about you. You could be a psychiatrist. You could be a psychologist. You have a tenacity to be patient and to absorb stupidity at its highest form.
No, but Excellence.
I want to say that excellence. What's up, chill? Salute, my brother. Hey, I want to say that excellent made an excellent point. I mean, the man he's so true. Like, I am praying to have that patience. My patience for stupidity is very, very low enough. It is extremely low. I will remove myself from the situation rather than sit there and absorb stupidity coming from somebody. It's very, very, and the older I have gotten, my patience has run down even further. Like, I'm not going to sit in front of you and argue with that dummy or an idiot, you know. It comes like me and the idiot is going to argue with you. Worse when me know say, you're literally talking rubbish. Like, it's hard to have a conversation with you. Because I've realized something about a lot of the Labourites. Listen, I hardly see Labourites when they can reason. I'm telling you the honest truth. I don't know what it is. It comes like I want spirit over them because of who them follow. And the spirit of lies and the Jezebel spirit over them. Me don't know, brother, but it's like them no truth no come from their lips most of the time. And even when you show them the evidence, Them a reject the truth. I've never seen people reject the truth like Labourites. I mean facts, you know. Them see the Prime Minister tell me I show them my saying. And you know the context matter. So you have to not only listen but understand the position and the context of where the Prime Minister come from, you know. And the man they refuse, you know. Absolutely reject the truth, you know. How can I sit down and talk to or argue with somebody like that? The Bible tells us not to argue with fools. I'm telling them I cannot do it. I not have the patience to do it. I cannot do it, ladies and gentlemen. Big up yourself, Sassy. You can't do it. You can't do it. But God bless you, Shaka. God bless you.
You have to be patient with fools. When a man head not straight and when a man has been bamboozled, you have to take time with them, you know. Because one thing I like about Neville, he watches this channel to learn.
I don't think so.
Hold on, I don't know if you hear his first call this morning, him come back and admit that Ralston Hyman is the best financial analyst on the island. He come back this morning, come admit that. So him listen to learn, but him still have the garbage pack up in him, you know. And when him have gut feelings, him want to try come let it out round here. I tell him, say, no, roll up your toilet paper, go to your toilet and let out your gut feelings. Don't come here with it.
Level is like a slow releasing tablet. You know those a slowly releases ingredient? You slowly reduce the stupidity, man.
Yes, man. Yeah, man.
You know, and I hear these arguments, and I have to come and clarify here. I hear people saying Michelangelo, Andrew Michelangelo. No, sorry. Let me give him a title because I don't want them to say me bad by him. Because about 2 years now I win a title. Others have been waiting for a very long time. So, but Chaka, let's put it into perspective. When PJ got Jamaica, when the debt to GDP when PJ left was its lowest, was record lowest in the history, you know.
113% of GDP.
Well, where after Siaga ballooned it up to 265%
in 1989.
It was the lowest in about the last PJ left in 2005.
Yes.
It would have been the lowest in say 20 years.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to pay attention to this. This is a teachable moment. Alright, listen.
Poverty was at its lowest in so many years when PJ left.
Poverty was at 9%.
Alright, and the debt to GDP was at its lowest, the poverty was at its lowest. Also, unemployment was at its lowest in so many years.
I think unemployment was about 13%.
Yes, Shaka. So when you look at those things now, those have been records. So when people say Andrew had brought the debt to GDP to a record low, and
hold on, let me just say this. The argument of the Jamaica Labour Party about getting down unemployment to the lowest is a flawed argument, you know, because the standard for employment has shifted since those days. If PJ Patterson, let me put it this way, if PJ Patterson was operating under the rules of unemployment now, when he was in power, PJ Patterson would have the lowest unemployment rate in the history. And I don't think anybody could have reached it. People, if you are selling bag juice, bare minimum, working 1 hour a week, just working 1 hour a week, you're considered employed. The standard and the definition of employment has changed from what it was in PJ time. So, Andrew Honest is in a lower class where performance is concerned. In everything. So, context matter. Right? Let me just rewind it a little bit so you can hear what the general has said about GDP and unemployment.
The debt to GDP was at its lowest, the poverty was at its lowest. Also, unemployment was at its lowest in so many years.
I think unemployment was about 13%.
Yes, Shaka. So when you look at those things now, those have been records. So when people say Andrew had brought the debt to GDP to a record low, and unemployment to record low. Those were record because they have been coming down.
Yes.
And if you do the absolute math, Shaka, the absolute math, from where they were coming to where PJ left them, it would show that he had a greater effect of reducing them than Andrew Holness.
But let me show you something before I go to Obi. This is the first time in the history of the Labour Party that they, under their stewardship, the debt to GDP has come down. Every other time that a GLP administration supervised this country, the debt to GDP went up, including under Bruce Golding. Go ahead, Obi.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Damn.
What can go so?
My God.
What can go so? What can go so?
People, they can't argue facts. The only reason why the debt to GDP is down is because of Mama P and the People's National Party formulating what was called the fiscal papers. Because of the same irresponsible government that Andrew Holness was a part of at the time. He was what? Business Minister of Business of the House, something like that. He had the position that he had the position of Business of the House of Parliament or whatever for the ruling party. Not, he wasn't the finance minister, but he had a high position. And they have never been able to carry down the debt to GDP because they are poor stewards of the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, they are thieves. The JLP, them are thieves. They come to scrape. They are what you call mercenaries, capitalistic mercenaries, ladies and gentlemen. They have a bad history of tearing down the economy of this country. If it wasn't for the People's National Party in combination with the IMF, because of what the JLP did to destroy the economy and destroy the relationship with the multilaterals, they had to put some fiscal rules in place that the government had to follow. Even if I want dog when around the country, they didn't have to follow it. So the debt to GDP would have gone down either way. Understand this for full context. So you hear what the man said a while ago? Very important. Let's continue.
Hold on.
You know,
go Obi.
You know, since nephew went to PJ Patterson, because let me come to PJ's I don't need to defend PJ. PJ is capable and the record speak for itself, but I must say this, because I tell you this, Colin, had PJ Patterson had Andrew Holness or Bruce Golding complexion, PJ would be hailed as one of the greatest things in sliced bread. But there's a little thing that is called self-hate from some of us as black people, and also there are a set of people that will never give PJ Patterson the credit. But let me just enumerate a few things. Highway 2000, that ring road. We're not talking about just the highway that named after PJ to go to Mandeville, right? Highway across Jamaica. You live in the East, Colin. Nephew is there. PJ Patterson ring road, Jamaica with highway. The tourism enhancement fund that was on the PJ Patterson. The job for the elderly, right?
Yes.
Park program. The park was just basically, and it wasn't done to basically bring all of Jamaica and park, but it was bringing in place to put certain structure in place, right?
Yes.
The Port Authority of Jamaica. When I remember, I don't know how many people remember that the port was just a little place, right? Yes. All of that area of water and all of that was built up by PJ Patterson. Our two major international airports, those come to world-class standard on the PJ Patterson. And the list goes on and on. When PJ Patterson took the reign of Jamaica, we had one university in Jamaica.
That's not important to Labourite.
Let me show you how I use Grammarly from start to finish with my essays. First, obviously go to app.grammarly.com and click New Doc.
That no
Jamaica. You live in the East, Colin. Nephew is there. PJ Patterson ring road. Because speak for itself, but I must say this, because I tell you this, Colin, had PJ Patterson had Andrew Holness or Bruce Golden complexion, PJ will be hailed as one of the greatest things since sliced bread. But there's a little thing that is called self-hate from some of us as black people, and also there are a set of people that will never give PJ Patterson the credit. But let me just enumerate a few things. Highway 2000, that ring road. We're not talking about just the highway that name after PJ to go to Mandeville, right? Highway across Jamaica. You live in the East, Colin. Nephew is there. PJ Patterson ring road, Jamaica with highway. The tourism enhancement fund that was under PJ Patterson. The drug for the elderly, right?
Yes.
Park program, the park was just basically, and it wasn't done to basically bring whole of Jamaica and park, but it was bring in place to put certain structure in place, right?
Yes.
The port authority of Jamaica. When I remember, I don't know how many people remember that the port was just a little place, right? Yes. All of that area was water and all of that was built out by PJ Patterson. Our two major international airports, those come to world-class standard on the PJ Patterson. And the list goes on and on. When PJ Patterson took the reign of Jamaica, we had one university in Jamaica.
UWI. That's not important to Labourite. That no mean nothing to them.
I listen. If you get him liquor, Papa, from Darrell Vaz, and decides to turn Labour. Remember, he had a friend named Norman. Norman is still with the PNC, and Norman is grossly disappointed with nephew. Because he didn't even try to make Norman get some of the benefits. So nephew is legendary for basically just creating something and come and talk nonsense. But as I said, you can't waste time with nephew, because if nephew is not aware that the CIA or members of the CIA have documented clearly the role that they played to sabotage the Michael Mann administration of the 1970s going into the 80s, aided and abetted by Edward Siaga. Siaga is the only person on record that go to the United States and tell them not to invest in Jamaica. I challenge anybody to successfully contradict me and all that I've just said.
But
how must support a party like? How must I support a party, ladies and gentlemen, that salutes Edward Siaga and put him up on a pedestal? That went to America and said, don't play that back. But I have to go make that one sinking. That one have to sinking.
The administration of the 1970s going into the 80s, aided and abetted by Edward Siaga. Siaga is the only person on record that go to the United States and tell them not to invest in Jamaica. I challenge.
What can go so? What can go so? What can go so?
Ladies and gentlemen, what kind of sabotage the man try sabotage Jamaica by telling the United States not to invest in Jamaica? And this government, the people of Jamaica support a government like that. You know much things jail people where me know say me could have never ever put my finger in our ink. If me not vote with somebody, it wouldn't be them. Them automatically recuse themselves of any support from me. The Carl Garden incident, big for my list. Minister forgiving. And right now, we are witnessing something similar, but more subtle, as the Carl Garden incident. With this thing with Hurricane Melissa, and how the government are reacting, people might have them down there asleep under tarpaulin when rain a fall, when sun a shine, when breeze a blow. Wicked government before them go help the people them. Huh? I know me I get to understand say now Edward Siaga tell the United States to not support. Yo, me hear some story about Edward Siaga, me I tell you say, yo, I mean I talk about what everybody know about. The man them really throw the boat them and they sink them in the water when they lose. Some goes up with you. Some goes up with you. And Edward Siaga, Andrew Holness is the protege of Edward Siaga. I only wonder why he's so wicked. protege usually do better than you, know? And in this case worse, you know? In this case worse. So oh, you expect me to support a party like that? We still have disciples of Edward Seaga in there. One will get beaten by Edward Seaga. One way Edward Seaga so-called right-hand lady. Yo, no madman. Me say me could have never. There's no labor right. That is a good labor right. You can advocate on behalf of labor rights. To me. We could have never ever vote. Them have to change their name. Them have to change everything. Them have to disassociate themselves. Them have to come out and repent first. Before me support a party like that. What me say them have to do? Them have to come out and repent the entire party. Them have to go bow down. Them have to bow down to God and ask God for forgiveness. And when God forgive them, we will forgive them. For what they do to the Jamaican people. Turn gun pan them and analyze them. Because they don't support them, right? Shower posse. And me support our government like that. You're mad, man. But care how much gun come at Jamaica? From them time that till now. You're sick. See, blood, what happened to Bruce Colin? Then connection to Tivoli. And the party connection to Tivoli. Why Sharpman get extradited and the USA come down here and him have to resign. Them same one spend their money, party money and pay for lawyer. And me as a person, I said God, to support a party like that. There's nobody that is a religious person who believes in a God can support corruption in a government. Clear corruption. Now, if you want sinner in a business, yeah man, everybody can just pack up and just head to hell. You feel me I deal with? But if you say you respect and love God, and you try to live your life under godly principles, there's no way you can support the Jamaica Labour Party. The man then take it to another level when they endorse Obrien. Witchcraft. Man now want to release the sex offender registry list. Man I say, shoot to analyze. They can't get. I really want to see the police them a sharp shooter enough to say, alright, then go for operation and then go for neutralize the situation. I want to say neutralize, I don't mean people come back in a body bag. Me a talk about man all get shot in their hand. So you know, say once they rise their hand, the man they sharp enough to shot them in their hand. They all in their foot, their kneecap. Bring them in and make them confess and do real police investigation. We gonna take them the bigger boss them. But when you go and just analyze the man himself, where do you truly get? It's like cutting off the branch of the tree and the roots still deeply embedded in the earth. The man not do a real investigation in Jamaica. But tell us say until you see politicians get locked up. Don't believe the nonsense about crime gone down. Because of them they are the top of the criminal ladder. You know, just understand that. France Fiago go straight down. Remember that. You know, go read the CIA confession about all them sabotage the People's National Party to try to tear them down. So they can why would a entity, a law enforcement entity do that? What is the agenda? Them convents. See? So swear General Assad. Terrible.
Anybody to successfully contradict me and all that I've just said.
But also, Obi, in addition to some of the things that you said, it was PJ Patterson who started bringing used cars to Jamaica, so Jamaican people can drive car. It was under PJ Patterson that the monopoly of cable and wireless went through the window with Philip Paulwell dealing with the case. Yeah?
Absolutely.
PJ Patterson,
PJ
Patterson as anyone leader build the most houses in Jamaica.
Right? So when a guy come and go on like he want to come size up PJ with some little guy where PJ Patterson have never been under investigation for illicit enrichment. Never.
Hold on there, Obi. Go ahead, Excellence.
And Shaka, you know me can't lead the party, you know. I am sure it was under PJ.
What can go so? What can go so?
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
No. Mr. Obrien a fire beer shot. Say that again, Mr. Obrien. Let them know.
So when a guy come and go on like he want to come size up PJ with some little guy where PJ Patterson have never been under investigation for illicit enrichment. Never.
Hold on there, Obi. Go ahead, Excellence.
You can't lead the party, you know. I am sure it was under PJ that Maypen Hospital was transformed from that.
We need a divine intervention. We're tired of the labor rights. We're tired of the green people. We are so far. We can't take it no more. We need this. We need it. Help. Help. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength. Is a liberator.
Yo, my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Yo, the man did the man. Wow, Mr. Obrien, you never did after you the man, so bro. Where you say I want to go, Mr. Obrien?
PJ Patterson as anyone leader build the most houses in Jamaica.
Right? So when a guy come and go on like he want to come size up PJ with some little guy where PJ Patterson have never been under investigation for illicit enrichment. Never.
Hold on there, Obi. Go ahead, Excellence.
Right,
Emotional damage. Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Ladies and gentlemen, I write this up that the one. Woo! No boy can't say PJ name called up. In no integrity commission. PJ Patterson was certified even when he didn't need to be certified. Who didn't know? Who didn't know that PJ Patterson was certified? The man put in all I'm papers them and show said I never stole $1. And that's a fact. All his assets were certified. It came in the what do you call it? What do you call it? Something with the general, the governor general, the papers. I don't remember what name. Yeah, PJ Patterson did that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me make it categorical and clear. If the People's National Party was guilty of the things that the Jamaica Labour Party was guilty of, I wouldn't support them either. It's about principle for me. If the people's not, and that is why I was so upset and disappointed with some of my counterparts on this app and even some people in the comment section. I was truly disappointed with you guys that when It was stolen when the victory for the People's National Party was stolen from the People's National Party in the last election, in my opinion. It was stolen. That's my opinion. Let me say it again. It is my opinion that the election was stolen from the People's National Party. It's my opinion. I am entitled to my opinion. I never said it was fact. It is my opinion that it was stolen from the People's National Party. People started to say that the PMP is weak and they need to start paying for votes and one bag of something. And I was like, no man. If the devil wins a battle, you're supposed to play the game that devil is playing and use the same tactics as the devil to beat the devil. Make it make sense. Big up yourself, Daniel. Thank you so much. Same to you. Right? Come on, man. Stop it. Stop it. But ladies, again, make sure that you guys go to Portland Spice TV, right, on YouTube, and make sure someone go subscribe. That is it. Let me know what you guys think about the discussion. There's many more things that they discuss in correcting nephew for all the lies that he calling and told. Alright? Make sure you guys go over there and subscribe and watch the full video. I encourage you to. Alright? Big up on yourself. I'm out.